as I'm staying close to the mirror. A lock of gold, a secret smile, little things I remember. Place a hand upon my heart as her, she was a believer. Sometimes I can feel her arms holding me as for.
Let's do a little Shein unboxing. So on one hand I'm excited, on one hand I'm upset. So this is my first Shein order that's been delivered by Fastway. I usually get my Shein orders delivered on post, like Shein chooses who delivers, and always on post delivers, the service is always top notch. Like, I cannot complain. If I'm not home, they'll keep the parcel for me and I can collect it at the warehouse. But Fastway didn't do that. This guy, I was home. That's the sad thing. I was home and I saw the van park, but it wasn't marked Fastway. It was just a white van. And I saw the van park and I went, and he actually went to the neighbors, or so I thought. And I was like, okay, he was very quick, like he was in and out in like 5 seconds. And I was like, okay, it was possibly an order for the neighbor. My order's probably coming. And then my order didn't come the whole day. And I was like, oh, no worries, possibly going to be delivered tomorrow. And I started to get messages that, oh, did you like your order? And I was like, I didn't receive an order. And luckily, my husband went to take out our bin, and then he found the order on our side next to the door, next to the gate where the bins are. This guy came with my order and he threw it over the gate, and I'm like, why? I was home, he didn't ring the bell, he didn't knock, and I'm like, and on top of that, it was raining. Luckily it wasn't raining that bad, and the packaging is kind of waterproofish, but I was like, at least knock. But anyway, let's unbox this. So the first order, everything that I bought is loungewear. I'm in my era where I want to have elegant, beautiful loungewear. I want that kind of loungewear that will be comfy for me to wear, but if there's a knock at the door, I still look like that rich housewife. You know, the housewives who were on TV who were wearing heels in the house? That's the vibe I want to channel, but in a comfier manner. I'm not going to be wearing heels inside the house. But we'll start off with this one. All of the stuff that I bought is kind of channeling Asian Korean wife. You know those Korean housewife videos? That's the kind of vibe that I'm sort of going for. I hope I will achieve it, but let's try it out. And we're actually going to start with this number that I'm wearing. And I actually really liked it. It's very comfy. It feels so luxurious when you touch it. I do think that when you wash it though, the material will disintegrate a little bit. So I am a little bit concerned about that. But overall, it seemed a really good buy. Okay, this is your sign to invest in some loungewear. Because this is cute. This is cute. Like, this is giving me, I'm a housewife, but I have my together. Everything is organized. Everything is in order. My house is not a mess. This is the vibe that this is giving me. Like, this is the kind of loungewear outfit you would wear at your in-laws, but you still look good. That's the kind of loungewear it is. It is a little bit big for me. I don't know, is it big? Like, it fits okay, but it is baggy in certain parts, which, to be honest, that's what you want in loungewear. You don't want tight loungewear. The sleeves are perfect. The sleeves are absolute perfection. The right size, everything is perfect. I think I just have to realize that I am now a medium. I am no longer a small girly. But I love this. I'm going to see if I can show it to you up close. It's got that striped kind of material to it. There is some button detail over here. Okay, this one I'm going to rate it a 5 out of 10. I don't know if it's the sleeveless top or if it's the material. Like somehow the flowers, I don't know if you can see, it has flower details on it. Somehow the flower details are giving me grandma vibes and vibe. I think with the right styling, with the right body, the right hair, this could look good. And possibly if you put a top on it, this would look good. But this one is definitely not my favorite.
It's Hubby's birthday today, and I went and got him some flowers. Look at that. I bought these beautiful roses from him. They're from Tesco. So pretty. So pretty. I love this.
Hi guys, thank you for stopping by. I was editing my vlog and then I realized that I didn't actually introduce myself in this vlog, and I was like, you know what, let me sit down and introduce myself. It's late in the night, it's 21:30 now, so it's 9:30 in the evening. That's why I'm in my robe. I'm getting ready for bed. I'm just doing a little bit of editing, but I wanted to have a little chat, just to say thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate your support. Welcome to 2024. I know I'm a little bit late. It's nearly at the end of the year, but welcome to 2024. Welcome to this brand new year. May this year fulfill all your dreams, all your wishes, and all your goals. But I wanted to kind of talk about, just to touch a little bit, what my goals are for this new year, and just to have a little bit of a chat, just a little chatty. So I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, and I'm not gonna diagnose myself either, but I do kind of rumble sometimes, so I hope I won't rumble in this video. But one of my goals for 2024 is, I don't want to say live my best life, but live a fulfilling life. I want to live a life that in 5 years' time, I will look back at and be like, I was happy with those 5 years. I did very well in those 5 years. The last couple of weeks, probably about 2 months, I started to have, I don't want to say thoughts, but my mind started to wander, and I started to think about the past a lot. And it's a past that I never used to think about a lot. It was the past in my mid to late 20s, and I had a little bit of regrets. And when I look back, I don't think I had regrets per se. I spoke to a good friend of mine, and she told me that she went through the same thing. And then I spoke to somebody else, and they went through the same thing. And I searched on YouTube, and other people went through the same thing as well. It's just this thing where you start to think about the past. You just start to think about the choices that you made, were they the right choices. You start to think of alternative ways, that you could have done things. And I spent a lot of time thinking about this, but it's never good to dwell on the past too much, because when you dwell on the past too much, the present passes you by, and the future, you're not looking forward to the future because you're stuck in the past. So I am out of that funk, thank goodness. So we're looking at the present, we're appreciating the present, and we're looking towards the future. When it comes to the present, I want to say, what am I thankful for right now? What am I thankful for what happened in 2023? I am so thankful for my family. I am so thankful for my husband. I'm so thankful for my kids. I am so thankful for my parents, for my sisters, for my brothers. I am blessed. I realized over the Christmas season how blessed I am. I realize how loved I am.
whether it was by receiving messages, by receiving gifts from friends. I'm just blessed and I'm just showered with so much love. Like sometimes I'm like just in awe with the amount of love that I get. And I am just thankful for that. Now, let's talk about what am I looking forward to in 2024. What are we hoping for in 2024? I have some notes here, so I just want to refer to them. Now, the first thing I would say is my marriage. I want to love my husband as hard as possible. Like, I want to make him the happiest man in the world because he makes me the happiest woman in the world. Like, me and my husband, we are partners. He's my husband. He's my best friend. He's so much, but he's also my support. He's also a big form of structure in my life, if that's a good word. I think this is because during COVID, for the longest time, I think for like 3 years possibly, we were at home and we were both working from home. I was working in another room and he was working in another room. And so we lived together 24/7. And this was parts of lockdown, when you couldn't actually go anywhere. And I never one day felt I needed distance from this man. That's how much I love having him in my life. Like sometimes I just want to have him close, even if he's not talking to me, even if he's not chatting to me, just to have him close. I want to continue that. But I want to work more on our relationship, go out on more dates, travel a little bit, go for a little getaway, just a weekend away without the kids. I don't know how we're going to do that. Where are we going to find childcare? This is daydreaming now. But even just a little getaway with just me and him, for a tiny little holiday. That's what I want to do in 2024 with my man. Now, when it comes to motherhood, I want to pick up my phone less and spend more time with my children. Like I do spend time with my kids, but sometimes I have to ask myself, how much of that is that quality time? I have started a habit of having my phone everywhere. I actually bought a lockbox. It's inside. It's like this timer where you put your phone and then you lock it, and then you can't take the phone out for however long the timer is. I usually put about 2 to 3 hours. And I can see the difference with the time I spend with my kids when I do that. Like I'm less snappy, I'm less quick to anger because I'm in that moment. I'm not trying to do a million things at a time. I highly recommend that left box. I got mine on Amazon, but you can find this on Temu. You can find this, you can find this on AliExpress as well. Get one that you can afford. Don't overly spend too much money. Just get a good one with a timer. So really want to spend more time with both my kids and individually as well. Like I want to take my eldest on more dates and I want to take my youngest on more dates as well. Just the two of us, me and my little Kino. Now, let us talk about me. Let us talk about yours truly, myself. What do I want for myself in 2024? Now, I want a luxurious life in 2024. I've always shied away from luxury. I think somehow a little bit of low self-esteem. I've always kind of had a vibe that luxury was not meant for me. I know this is stupid, but somehow I always thought luxury was not meant for me. Like today, for example, I made couscous and vegetables and feta, and I've wanted to make couscous for years, but for some reason I've always thought couscous is for rich people. And even though I'm comfortable, I've always thought, oh, couscous is for rich people. And I bought couscous today and it cost 99 cents outside of the veggies. Like, I can afford that. But I've always had this mentality that I see it with rich people. That means I cannot afford it. That means it belongs to rich people. But a lot of these rich people who go on holidays, who dress very nicely, they have travel plans. Like, they've signed up to travel plans and they get deals. They go on cruises for next to nothing, and you see them on cruises living their best life on a cruise with the filter on Instagram, and you're like, oh, I wish that was me. Girl, it can be you. You can take that trip to Thailand. You can take that trip to Morocco and meet yourself a very rich man. Morocco is famous for rich men. But you can do it at an affordable rate. There are deals out there, and that's something that I want to pursue. I want to travel. I want to solo travel a little bit, and just enjoy life. Life is about enjoyment, and I want to enjoy it. Now, when I'm talking about luxury, I do want to specify that I'm not talking about unnecessary luxury. I have to say now that I am not the Louis Vuitton girly. I am not the Chanel girly. Perhaps I will be in the future, but currently that is not my era. I cannot afford those extremely expensive luxury bags. Will I get a really good quality Guess bag for like a third of the price? Absolutely. Is it luxury? Is it decent? Is it a beautiful bag? Yes. Did I spend 2,000 euro on it? No. That's the kind of luxury that I want. The luxury that I can afford. Yes, I've paid a little bit to buy myself that very nice outfit, but I'm not going broke to attain that luxury. Now, there's certain things that I want to achieve in 2024. Now, I've been reading a book. It recently came out. It's Ali Abdaal's Feel Good Productivity. And I highly recommend that you read books that broaden your mind, that, confront you a little bit, that get you thinking. And this book is actually one of them. And I didn't expect anything less of Ali. Like, he knows his stuff, but I didn't expect this book to be so good. Like, this book is good. I read Atomic Habits before this, but Ali Abdaal's book is great. It's awesome. Is it on Atomic Habits level? I'm going to say no. Can you compare the two? No. Ali Abdaal's book is about happiness and feel good productivity. It has its own really good points. But I read his book, and one of the points that were in his books, he said something about prioritizing your tasks and only having a certain number of projects that you want to do. And I thought about this, like when the year starts, we always write this long resolution list. And it's fantastic, it's awesome. But how many times do you tick all of those things off your list? Or how many times do you tick one? You get overwhelmed and you forget about the list. You buy this beautiful journal, you write everything down, and that journal is gathering dust somewhere underneath your cupboard, never to be seen. That's not what I want. So I wrote down 3 things that I want to achieve this year. If I achieve them before the end of the year, I'll take them off and then I'll add something new. So I'll keep ticking things off and then adding. If I haven't ticked it off, I'm not adding anything. Or if I haven't removed that because I'm thinking, you know what, this is not going anywhere, I will remove it. Now, this is what I want to achieve. I want to get my driver's license. Ooh. I have my driver's appointment booked in a couple of days. Literally next week Saturday. Today's Saturday and it's booked for next week Saturday. Do I know how to drive? Yes. Will I pass the driver's test? I don't know. I want to be positive and say yes. But we've been practicing a lot, and I'm still getting a lot of faults. Like, I'm still getting a lot of faults, so I'm worried about that. But on the day of the test, I'm just going to be calm. I'm just going to be calm. I'm just going to be zen, and hopefully I pass that test. I'll let you know in the vlog that's coming, did I pass or did I fail? Please let me know how many times you wrote your test. If you wrote your test the first time, please tell me so that I can draw from that strength, so that I can have hope. Now, the second thing that I'm very excited about is working on my degree. So I already done a semester, like another semester last year. At the end of the year, I did a semester, and sometimes I thought it was going to be complicated going back to university, and it wasn't. Like, I just reached out to UNISA and they were like, yeah, sure, girl, come back and finish. And I was like, I could have done this a long time ago. But I am finishing my degree. I'm not finishing it this year. Ideally, I will be finished next semester. In 2025 first semester. That is when I'll be taking my last couple of modules, and then I am done. I am very excited about this, guys. I really, really hope I achieve it. Like, this is a silly goal, but my goal is that I get my degree, but I'll never need to use my degree because I've flourished in life, that I don't need my degree. Don't know if that makes sense, but that's the second thing that I want to achieve. Now, the third thing is related to finances and YouTube. I'm hoping to grow on YouTube. It's January now and I have about 4,000 subscribers. I'm hoping this grows. Hopefully by the end of the year, we are reaching the beautiful 10K. You know what? Hopefully by the end of the year, we're reaching 100K and we're getting our silver plaque from YouTube. That is the goal, but the goal is that to do very well. The goal is to inspire somebody out there. The goal is to spread a little bit of positivity, give you a little bit of a smile in 2024. Now, the last thing is faith. I want to work on my faith in 2024. Guys, I can count the number of times I went to church last year, and I can count them on one hand. Look, I just want to go to church. Like, that's my goal for this year. I sometimes see people who go to church religiously every Sunday, like religiously. And I'm like, how do you do it? That is where I want to be. But I think I need to invest in my faith. My faith needs to be a huge part of my life, not just a second, priority, not just a side hustle. It needs to be the main thing in my life. So I need to work on my faith, guys. If you have any tips of how you nourished your faith, of how you increased your faith, please share them with me. Please share them with me, because in 2024, I want to build my relationship with the Lord even further. Like, I left home when I was 2018. Oh, sorry, what am I saying? I left my home when I was 18. And from then on, the Lord has walked with me. When they say He has walked with you through it all, the Lord has walked with me. Sometimes I don't realize how much He has walked with me, but He has walked with me. He has walked by my side. I've cried, guys, in my early 20s. I have cried, guys. I have cried because of money. I have cried because of men. I have cried because of the choices I've made. I have cried in my life. But I have also smiled in my life. And especially in the last couple of years, I have grinned in my life. Like, you know what? I'm thankful. I'm thankful for how my life has turned out. If you are struggling in your life as well and you feel like things are not going to change, things will change. Things will change. There is this saying that says, "Vasheshe vahleka kanti inkosi ngizwile." It essentially means that they laughed too early, but the Lord heard me. They've laughed too early. Girl, they have laughed too early. He is listening. He is listening and he will respond. He will respond and roar like the lion that he is. And the blessings will fall. The blessings will rain on you. Let me be your, what do you call it? Let me be your example. Let me be your example. Things do get better. Things do get better. Better, I promise you. I don't want to make this a lengthy video. I've already been talking for 20 minutes and I was not supposed to be talking for 20 minutes. So let us continue with this vlog. Maybe I'll put this at the end of the vlog. And in that case, bye-bye. Please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.